Ray Rice.
Yeah.
Knocking out his fiancée in the elevator.
Yeah.
Well, go on, Julian. What's your opinion on that?
What do you think my opinion is?
I think you're about to say is that she deserved it.
No, I would never say that. But I've never been, thank God, I've never been in a position to either give or receive domestic violence. But there is two sides to every story, and if, for argument's sake, we're going to play devil's advocate, which I do sometimes. I've seen a picture, one of those like memes they put on Facebook, and it's a really kind of condescending picture portraying a woman as kind of feeble and weak, and it says nothing ever justifies hitting a woman. What do you take from that? Now that sounds, to our ear, that sounds like common sense. Of course nothing ever justifies hitting a woman, but putting that caption next to a woman looking weak and vulnerable, what are you saying? And are you saying that sometimes it's okay to hit a man? Is it ever okay to hit anyone? Is it ever okay for a woman to hit a man, or a man to hit a woman, a husband and wife, or similar, vice versa? Is it ever okay?
I think with this particular story is that Ray Rice is a professional athlete.
Okay.
Not only is he a professional athlete, he's a professional football player. So obviously he is a physical guy.
And is this what makes it a good story?
That's all it is.
Is this what gives it
That's
news
all
value?
it is. This stuff happens all the time. All the time, you know.
But when it's American footballer
or a celebrity,
hits model wife or whatever, I don't know if she's that seems to have news value. I don't want to come at this from the angle.
And also I want to add TMZ. They will pronounce it TMZ or TMZ. In England we pronounce it TMZ. Yeah. Basically, all they do is go out hunting for stories, and they would run anyone's name through the mud. They don't care as long as they get sales.
Sensationalism.
You know? Sensationalism, yeah. Okay. So, you know, this particular thing unfortunately happens all the time, but this is blown out of proportion only because it's an American football star. Who's had a bad season, by the way, apparently.
Okay.
So maybe they want to bury it even further.
I don't want to justify it in any way, but I'm just interested in the stereotypes and the news values that go with it. No doubt, having seen what apparently happened, we condemn what he did, right? Kelly Brook, the British model and actress.
Who gives a damn about her?
Well, I'll tell you, if I tell you what she said, you might give a damn. She said that she punched two of her boyfriends, and that was kind of accepted, and people didn't really question it. Is that because she is a woman and they're a man, and it's okay for a woman to hit a man, but it's not okay for a man to hit a woman? Is that the case?
Domestic violence towards men happens a lot as well. I mean, believe it or not, men do suffer domestic violence too. It's just that it's not sensationalized or, you know, put out there. Publicized, yeah. So, in closing, what do we say?
In closing, domestic violence of any form is never right. We mustn't normalise it from one side to the other. I think it's very.
We shouldn't undermine it. No, we shouldn't undermine it at all. But
and I don't want to be that guy who pipes up and says, "Oh yeah, but men get domestic violence as well," because that almost detracts then from the women that get domestic violence, right? I would hazard a guess that the majority of victims of domestic violence are women, just because men are generally physically stronger and heavier than women. That's not to say that never happens. If I'm wrong, you tell me.
All I've got to say is, stop beating the shit out of each other.